Shir sponsor Lunish Pasam Yakushol Navasitzchok. We're learning today Hokama Daf Chuvzayin. We're starting at Chavov and base 10 lines from the bottom. V'Omar Rabba said, Zohar Kli Miroi Shagag. Someone threw a Kli from Rosh Shagag. This we saw earlier. We spoke about it in the beginning of the parak. Someone threw a Kli Miroi Shagag. Someone came with a bat and hit it. Potter. My time mono tuvira tov. The kli is considered to be already broken, and we spoke about it in length. The idea is that the kli is already started the process of being broken. So even though it's not broken yet, as the Chayyim explained, but it has a mono tuvira tov. It has no money, there's no domim anymore, because it's already in the process of being broken.
Interesting that the Gemara doesn't talk about the height.
Yeah, I'm talking about in a case that's supposed to be broken in the height. It doesn't really matter because 9 tefachim and more already gets broken. 9 tefachim is what? This is like this. Rosh Shagag is more than that, so it's over. Says the Gemara, that was the case spoken at the beginning of the parak. Rabbi is another case. Zohar kli mirosh Shagag. Someone threw a kli from the top of the roof. Vayutachtov korim eksosos. Beneath it, there's pillows. There's pillows or mattresses, and what they do is they are supposed to protect the kli from being broken. Becomes somebody else, and it takes away the pillows. So what's happening over here now? He's taking away the pillows from and the kli is not going to be protected. Or if even he himself, the same guy who threw the kli, he took away the pillows. My time being the shadyo psuki psiki giri. When he threw the kli from the roof, it was not supposed to be broken. There was a pillow underneath, so it was not supposed to be broken. When he threw it, that mice of a chaytz, like throwing an arrow. The arrow was supposed to be stopped. There was supposed to be a protection. Hi, now there isn't. That's not part of this first mice. Okay, what about the second mice? Taking away the pillow. Take away the pillow is a groma minizikin. It's groma. Groma means I didn't touch the kli. I took away the pillow and immediately the kli broke. That's considered to be groma. So you should discuss a little bit if it's karmi or groma. We're not going to go into that right now. It's groma. So you're not chayav to take away the pillow. Throwing the kli, when you threw the kli, the pillows were there. Everybody, you're potter. Another rabbi. Zorik tinoish b'rosh hagag. Someone threw a baby from the top of the roof. Somebody else came with a sword and accepted a baby. In other words, what do? Kill the baby with a sword. Why is it machlokes? You have 10 people going to one guy and they're doing a lynch. Each one is hitting him with one stick. Doesn't matter to do it in one shot. It doesn't matter to do one after each other. The din is kula with that chavzayin and on top, pturim, the whole potter. Why the potter? Because none of them killed the full person. Each one of them did 10% of the killing. And the din is, as Rashi brings in the beginning of the Amud, it says yake kol nefeshon. You have to kill the entire person. Here you didn't kill the whole person. You killed only portion of it. We didn't say Oimer, no. I do go based on the last one. I don't go based on I don't say he's only adding in. The last one is the one who's chayav. He's the one at the end of the day that did the last mako, which at the end of the day took away the neshama. Right, the last mako.
Something to do with the with the night talking and the death.
Yeah, the more connected that regarding the fact that one added to it. But yeah, in other words, we have 2 people that are doing it, as we saw earlier. Very good. So that he called. So what's that? What is going to say? Reading the Masera says when you have multiple people killing somebody, the reason the Masera says the last one is going to be the one who's obligated. The Rabbanan say none of them is obligated. Here you have someone throwing a baby from the roof. Comes somebody with a knife, with a sword, and catches the baby. So who killed the baby? The one with the sword, the last one. But the baby was already partially dead because someone already started the process. So you have a machlokes. You consider it to be there. You have two people over here, so none of them was chayav, like Rabbanon. Or you say that the last one is the one who's chayav, like Ibn Nazir. So that's the right. Here is one of the problems that we have with Tosis Leil. Tosis wanted to say that when a person starts the process, it's considered to be as if it's done. You see over here when you throw the Ramban, the Rashi and Tosis Leil said, you go basum yikar. What about a baby? If you go basum yikar, the baby is already dead. So why is the second one chayav at all? So Rabban says you don't go based on the first one, you go based on the last one. And that because discussion is the last one did everything, we did only partial. That's the problem. Rabban had to taste beginning of the parak. Okay. Now, what about next case? Bashar v'kibloi b'karnov. The sword, the baby is being thrown, and the one who catches the baby is a ox with his horns. The ox is killing the baby with his horns. Now what? Pluktu da b'shmuel b'nei Shabbi Yechon v'broi kavei Rabbanan. It's machlokes between Shmuel and Rabbanan. It says in the Brayso. V'nosan pidu nafshoi d'mei nizak. When you give kofer, an owner of an axe who kills an adam, he needs to give kofer. What is kofer? Is a payment of kapara. You have to pay. How much do you have to pay? What is the valuation? So, Brayso says there are Rabbanan to d'mei nizak, the worth of the one who's being damaged. So if the shor gored Reuven, you value how much Reuven is worth. That's the kofer. Shmuel says no. Kapara is for the one who hurt. The owner of the shor, you tell him you are responsible. Why? Because you are the owner of the shor. You made the shor. You're responsible. You have to pay for yourself. Yeah, as if you give me a kapara. To be mazik. Mazik, the owner of the shore, is a mazik. Mazik means the one who damages. So the question is, in other words, what's the machlokes over here? How do I define kofer? What is kofer? Does kofer mean whatever I damage, let me try to pay for it? Or kofer means I have to give kapara for myself. I mean, the one who owner of the shore is going to give for himself. If you hold it's kapara for himself, so then, sorry, when the baby is being thrown from the roof, you also give kapara for yourself. But if it's the payment of the baby is worthless. Because the baby is for sure going to die from the roof. Rabbi continues, another memory Rabbi. This is an interesting case, hard to exactly imagine. If you have a person who is falling from the roof and he falls into a woman. He does a be'ilah by falling from a roof. That's a strong be'ilah, right? Chayav b'dal dvarim. So he's chayav in four things: nezek, tzar, ripu, sheves. As we'll see, as we mentioned, we'll see now more. The boishes, to pay for embarrassment, you don't pay unless you have kavanah. Here, you can't say a person has kavanah to do this. He fell from the roof and he fell to Aisha. So he doesn't pay boishes, but he pays the first four things: nezek, tzar, ripu, sheves. Ubi Yivam to loikona. He's not koine the Yivam because Yivam have to have kavanah. There's no kavanah. And the Gemara goes on to explain. Chayv ben nezek, pitzar, b'ripu, b'sheves. He's chayv the first four things. Ama boishes loy, not for embarrassment. And then einui chayov ala boishes ad sheyeh miskaven. Not chayv in boishes until you have kavanah. Poma Rabbo. That's another rabbi. That was one rabbi. Another rabbi. He falls from the roof in a wind which is not common. Here. I'm just going to connect here the microphone. 1 second. So Oylam can hear better. Better? Okay. So continues the Gemara now with Rabbo. One more Rabbo. Person fell from the Rosh Hagag in an unexpected wind. V'hizik u'biyesh. He did nezik and he did boishes, meaning he caused someone to be embarrassed. Let's say he caused the clothes to fall off of the person. Chaval nezek you chav because nezek you chav always. Upatu b'dal dvarim. Why? Because there was no kavana at all. And if there's no kavana at all, and it was ruach sheni v'tzur, so now there's no kavana, there's also no negligence. Nezek you chav, as we saw in the previous Mishnah, adam mud lo ilom, and it's chav always. Unless it's mamish and oynis shein amotzos. Toys brings over here. Toys says that there's a difference between there's two types of called unexpected things. One is called gneva, one is aveda. So aveda, you can think about it. What's aveda? Aveda is something that's lost. You're not very careful. If you be more careful, it won't get lost. Stolen is a little more of a highness. I was here, someone came and stole it. So the level which is equivalent to gneva, Odo Amazik is Patur. The level equivalent to Aveda is Chayav. So here is considered to be a level of Aveda. Ruach Sheni V'Tzuya wasn't a normal wind, but still you fell, so you Chayav a Nezek. The other things you're not Chayav unless you're negligent. Ruach V'Tzuya, if there was a normal wind, V'Hizik U'Biyish, he does Nezek and Ebusha. Chayav B'Dval Dvarim, he has to pay all four things because now he's negligent. The Patur on Boishis, there's not Chayav on Boishis, because Boishis is only if he intentionally did it, not only negligence. He needs to do intentional. If he turned around in the air, in his hapech, so then he intentionally, he was falling in the air, and then we saw the guy, he purposely turned around to reach him. So now it was intentional, chayiv. Afal bushes. That's how much do. The time it says in the it says by a woman who sees, the pasuk speaks about, there's two people fighting, and the wife wants to save her husband. So she goes and she holds on to the mevushov, to the mokam tsanua of the fighter. Holds on to him. Embarrassing. She stretched her hand. Obviously, she hold on to it. What does the word Yeshiva come to tell me? Meaning, in order to become a boishes, it needs to be that she put her hand and she held on to it. She didn't. She was not just did a nezek, but she has intentional kavana to be mevayish. Another Rab over here. He put coal on the heart of a person. Fimes potter. He's potter. Why? Like, think about it. You put coal, you put fire on someone's heart. He's potter. Why is he potter? The guy should take it out. If Reuben puts a shimon coal, why you lick the coal on yourself? Take it out. Al big dovenis shov chayav. He put it on his clothing. Chayav. Guy says, "Listen, I ain't afraid to take it out. My clothing is burned. I'll come take your money from you." But a person is not allowed to burn his own body. I have both of them. It's brought down in the Mishnah. Alibur did not. The Mishnah kovash alav dechaur to a person threw somebody into fire, into water. And he caused him to put him into a place he's not able to get out. Chayav. Then he's chayav. V'meis chayav. Why is he chayav? He caused it to die. But he threw him in there. And he could get out, but he didn't. V'meis potter. That's called committing suicide. You don't say, "Oh, I didn't do anything. I was still." Right? Reuben takes Shimon and puts it on the fire. Shimon says, "You know what? I don't get to die. You're going to get now Mrs. Beasley. You know what? Because of that, I'm not going to get out." You say, "No, that you have to get out. You can't commit suicide." But my clothing, it says, Kara is ksusi. The person tells his friend, "Tear my clothes. Shavar is kadi. Break my jog." Chayav. Chayav? I'm not lifter, but if it doesn't, you know you could do it, I'm not going to be chayav. But, so, even though the guy tells him, "Break my jar," tells him, "Break my jar." If he didn't say, "I'm not lifter," you're chayav. So, what do you mean? You told me to break. Yeah, but I never said, you're not going to have to pay for it. Okay, so that's the difference between an Adam and a Kli. Now, what about the middle case? He puts a fire coal on the heart of a slave. A slave is a human being, but he's a property. Mao, kegufa dami, okay, omoyin dami. Is it like a goof of meaning what? We just made here an assumption, we made here a concept. When a person, Reuben goes and tries to kill Shimon, Shimon can't say, you know what, I'm not doing anything, do whatever you want. No. You are responsible for your life, and you care about your life. And if you didn't do it, you did it to yourself. Clothing, you can say, listen, I like this coat, but you know what, if you burn it, I'll give you money to buy a new coat. Nishkosh, right? What about an Eved? The Eved you consider to be like your life, you're not going to do it. Or an Eved is like Mama. Says the Gemara, if you want to say that I do consider to be like a goof, because the mice is a human being, show your mouth. What about an animal? An ox. An ox is not a human being, but it's a live creature. So do you assume that you're going to save it? Then he answered, an Eved is like gufoy. It's like your body. It's a human being. Human being you treat like a human being. An animal is like you treat like mummy. That's the maskana. Animal is not the same level of a human being. Today people like to maybe consider them to be as human. They're not human. Eved, even though he's Eved, you consider to be like an Adam, and therefore you're not going to let him die and suffer, even though you're going to be able to get the money back. With this, we finish Hadron Loch Yitzaregel, end of the second paragraph of Maseches Bava Kama. Such a full and deep paragraph. Going now to the third paragraph. Also, a lot to discuss in this third paragraph. Hamaniach is a kaddish. A person goes and puts a jog in Rosh Hashanah. Someone goes, doesn't see it, he steps on it, he breaks it. Potter, beam who's a glow, and he got hurt. So it seems to me the Mishnah is pretty simple. You put something in Rosh Hashanah, someone else steps on it, it's Potter. The world's going to explain why is he Potter? Why are you stepping on my car? He got hurt, you have to pay for it. The owner of the car has to pay for it. The more right away jumps into the look at the Lashon. In the Mishnah starts, Abiniach Esa Kad. Kad is a small jar. And it ends, it says, Balachovis Chai Beniskor, which means a barrel. So, what are we talking about? It says the Gemara Pasuk, the Kad, we say Bechovis, Mishnah starts with the word Kad, ends with the word Chavis. You found another Mishnah similar to this. It says in the Mishnah, somebody's holding a barrel. Another one is holding a beam. The next part of the Mishnah over there is, if the jog, the pitcher, got broken with the beam, what do you mean pitcher? You just said barrel. But you use the word chavis, then you move the card. Now I have another Mishnah. You have a barrel of wine and a jug of honey. Now suddenly the honey turned to be from jug to barrel. The case is the guy threw the wine in order to save the honey. You don't pay for the wine, you pay for how much you pay a worker to save your wine. Your honey. In any case, you change it. We have 4 cases over here that the Tana using the word kad and chavis and an interchange between the two. It's the same thing. What's the difference between them? Memkach and memkar. For dealing, what's the memkach and memkar? So as we shouldn't bring over here, you could either Rashi Tosis. Rashi says, let's say the guy comes and gives him money, and he says, I want to buy a chavis, and the seller can give him cat. I want to give you a big. Give me a barrel. Here's money for the barrel. It's my cat. Or if he made up that I'll give you money, that's interpretation. Just means the opposite case. And the guy says, okay, where's the schayr? Gives him a swallow. No, I'm not paying for that. Even though they made up, it goes both ways. Okay, Tezir goes on to discuss why didn't you say domim mudim? Why didn't you look at the value of the money? Is it worth more than that? Let's see how much you paid. Just there's a long case over here. Exactly explain the case. But in any case. What's the case? What's exactly our case? It's a place that nobody calls it. This is called barrel. This is called jar. Nobody calls chavis kad and kad chavis. How can you say such a thing? Nobody calls it that way. So most people call the jug in a barrel, a barrel. Some interchange. How the tame is zil basaru? Maybe they'll go based on the roiv, and the roiv go based on it. The Gemara, the Chavzayin will base. Kamash on the ein l'chim momo nacha roiv. Whenever you have, we don't know. You don't go based on roiv. I'm mitzvah chaver lavaraya. I don't go take it out. Right? You don't go based on roiv. Let's go back with it. With more that we'll see later in the Masechta regarding the machlekes about go l'chim basar roiv. Here the Gemara brings a raya that you don't go based on roiv. So even though the majority of people call this a barrel, they don't call it something else. You can say I'm somebody else. So he says that even though there are shittas that hold, you can say that you say something's not basar roiv. That's why there's no other clear way to say it. Here the guy can say I am the mute. I don't call barrel. I call barrel jug. Toys here has a very important thesis, just to mention it. Toys asks, where do we learn roiv? You learn from Dayanim. That's what the Gemara Chulin tells us. You go to Beis Din. Two people say it's chayav, one person says pater. What's the halacha? L'chim basar roiv. So you see over here, you do go basar roiv. Why do you learn from there? So Toys is the biggest side. By Dayanim, it's not 2 against 1. Because the one is canceling his, that's what the Chayim expectations. The one is canceling himself to the 2. Beis Din 3. You can argue, the majority is machriya da halacha, and now it's not 2 against 1, it's 3. Because the one, if he has a majority against him, he's mevatel das. So it's 3. So the mute is bottle b'reiv. Here, the mute is not bottle. There's a significant mute that calls a chavis a cat. Okay. Here's the Gemara. Show me.
Different than the two ones.
Yeah, but then what's the look? You go to Beis Din. Two will say chayav, one will say patus. What is Beis Din paskin? Chayav. Also the third one will say chayav. It's mevatel das. That's the difference between the mute of Beis Din and the mute that you have by statistics. Is the mute bottle or not? Someone goes and he hits the card and he breaks it. He's potter. Says the Gemara, in my potter, why is it potter? You buy a little union mesa. What do you mean? Yeah, it's wrong. I put a barrel in the middle of the street. Why you walk on it? Just go around. Says the Gemara, answer number 1 is the guy just filled up the whole street with barrels. There's no place to walk. I have no choice. It's dark. And you can't see. And he didn't see it. He's talking about a corner. So he was going from one street, made a left, he didn't see the other chavis. The Mishnah is much like Shmuel Abrichanon. So we're not talking about somebody that had rishus to break the barrel. He had no rishus to do it. But he could see it. It was either dark or he made a turn. The Mishnah says that by mistake he broke it. Nitkal. He stuck in it. He's chayav. Why mistake? Say he walked in it. He allowed to walk it. Really, he can break it himself. Right? Nitkal. The reason we use the word nitkal, I divide the midni safe. Look at the next part of the Mishnah. If he got hurt, right? If Reuven walks on the barrel of Shimon and he got hurt, Shimon has to pay Reuven. The davka nitkal is shavar loy. That's only if you by mistake. But if you did it purposely, not. Right? Look, imagine the scenario, right? Shimon puts a barrel in the middle of the street. Reuven goes and says, "What are you putting me in the middle of the street? I'm going to step on it." Steps on it. Oh, I hurt my foot. You can't go and sue now, Shimon. You did it purposely. My time, who the hell is going to have shame? You did it to yourself. Well, why are you stepping on it? So therefore, getting hurt only works if it was by mistake. So Ketani Reisha Nitka. So also the beginning it says Nitka was by mistake. Omer Bava Ravashi. Hachi Ari B'Marov Shvei Rav Ulo. Fishein Darga Shabri Odom is born in Madrochim. There's a fourth answer. Fourth answer is people don't look where they're walking. They're on the phone, They walk. You put something in the street, it's not his responsibility. Something more that someone stepped in someone else's barrels. Shmuel is b'chayev. It wasn't dark. So because again, he was the one who stepped in it. Don't step in it. Shmuel goes to Shita, so that only if it's dark, then you can excuse yourself for breaking the barrel. If not, you're chayev. Ela Rava name Shmuel Sfil is Rava all like Shmuel. My papa no. Kind of that sort of is a time where people. Rashi Karna telling me is a place where people the place right in the corner where you sell oil, where the pressing place, where you sell oil, people put barrels in the street. Like it's like you're in Machane Yehuda, you have some things in the street. It's normal, so you have to be more careful. Kevin the Bishus Kav, that's what normal people do. You have to be more careful the way you walk. Okay, so that's the Gemara brings you a different discussion. There's a lot to talk about it, but we'll just leave the concept. Really, we have over here, if you have a barrel in the street and a person steps in it, according to Shmuel, if it's dark, fine. If not, why are you stepping? But according to the Marava, no, people don't look where they're walking. So there's a big machlekes over here. Do you say a person looks where he's walking, is responsible for where he's walking, or not? They said that the Yonim had different payments, different fines for different items. And they said the following: Lirikuva sholish. What is Rikuva? Rikuva means someone who kicks somebody else in with his leg. So you have to go and pay sholish gimel sloim. That's what it is. For kicking, you pay 3 sloim. Why? It's more embarrassing to kick than to push. Ulubiita chamesh. So the akuva means you're kicking with the knee or the thigh. The beita is you're kicking with the leg. Then you have to pay 5. Listener which is taking the saddle of the donkey and hitting with that. Shloishes, you have to pay 13. Ulefando the maro, kufinu the maro. Maro is an axe. Pan the maro is the stick of the axe. Kufinu the maro is the metal of the axe. The axe has 2 parts to it. Metal that goes into the handle. So if someone hits somebody with the handle or with the actual metal, he hits somebody, how much do you pay for that? Says the Gemara, what's in there? Sholach lechiz the chizdo. Knoso kamagbiz bebovel. How are you going to take a knas bebovel? You understand this is considered to be a knas. You're paying somebody a fixed amount that doesn't really owe that amount because that's what they made up. So you being going to knas and bebovel, you're not supposed to do it. Well, what exactly? Why are you dealing with this? How a person pays for embarrassment that happens with a handle or the steel of the axe. Tell me exactly what was the story. There was this pit of water of 2 people. Right? They used to have pits of water. They used to draw water there every day. Every day, one of them, they would switch. Sunday Reuven, then Monday Shimon. Tuesday Reuven, Wednesday Shimon, etc. One came the wrong day. Shimon, instead of coming on Monday, he came on Sunday. Homolay said Reuven to Shimon, you want me to deal? What are you doing? It's not your day for the water. It's my day. He didn't listen to him. Shakal Pando de Maro, he took the handle of the axe, Machio. He hit him. So now Shimon goes to Beis Din. Says, no, Reuven punched me. I want to get money for that. Right? I want to get money for that. So, question is how much he should pay. So, Rav Nachman says, he should hit him 100 times. Reuven should hit Shimon 100 times. Why? Even if you hold a person is not allowed to take the law into his own hands. It's a discussion. It's machlekes. Can a person say, "Oh, well, the guy is stealing. I want to beat him up"? Machlekes, can you take the law in your own hands? That's if there's no loss. When a place of a loss, you are able to take a din of shame. Because Rashi says, well, what's the pseid over here? Shimon's taking water. I don't know how much water he's taking. I'm going to assume. Also, maybe there'll be no more water in the pit. I have to stop him right away. As the says, if you know my law, a person cannot take the law into his own hands. Now, a person does take his law into his own hands. If there's a loss, meaning if unrecoverable loss, when he agrees the person can take the law into his own hands. There's no loss. If you don't have my law, the given the lake of say the laser kamei dayona. There's no loss going for the dayon. Happen Omar, Ovi ish din of shade, the kivan the bedin Ovi because of the din. Loy torach. Why do I have to run to Beis Din? It's such a headache. I'm going to have to run to Beis Din, business get deal. I don't want to do that. So you know what? I'm going to just take care of it myself. So says the Gemara, Meisir of God, I don't care about a question. Ben Bagba goimer, al tikanes lechatzer chaver cholito shelcha shel b'shus. Person goes, he sees, this guy stole my coat. I'm going to go and take it. Don't do that. Shemati royal kigoda. Maybe they'll think you're a thief. That's all right. So in other words, don't sneak in and steal it. Go to the front door. The simple understanding is break his teeth, and then go take it. So you see, you do your own din. So you see, Rayo from being back that a person does his own din. Unless he answered him with Avkaf Chesed Mudalef, Imcha ben Bagbak, meaning this is not a good answer, or keep that with you. Why? Ben Bagbak Chido, please your abundant alay. So first answer is Ben Bagbak is a Shida Seach. We don't agree with Ben Bagbak. Yano my shmor chino. We know what shmor chino means. Not to literally break his teeth. Bedin, go to Beis Din and show him you owe me. It says you'll tell him. They should tell him. I'm thinking mine. The beings are telling him he's taking his own. Says the more kasha. The Losh is not so glad according to this. So this is what the Gemara brings here. Can a person take the law into his own hands? Machlokes. But if you have a pseida, everybody agrees. If I'm going to lose, if I don't go right away, if I don't take care of it, you can take it. So here, when you were two people fighting about the water, the pseida, so you can hit him. So therefore, you don't go and charge for it. Happy Rabbi is allowed to go and hit him. Okay, we will stop over here. I was going to mention, can I have to listen Shom Machshov of tonight? We're speaking about the Gevaldigest thing regarding keeping a pikadon. Maybe if you have time tomorrow, we'll go back into it. Can a person hold on to a pikadon that someone else gave him? Say Kol Tuv.